Hi everyone. So today I wanted to put up part 5 of my Building a Fish Room series, but the last couple of weeks has been doing a lot of mudding and sanding of drywall, and that's not anything I really thought people would want to watch a lot of. So I found I didn't really have enough material to make the video worth a while, and I want to wait until I have enough of that so you have a good video to watch. So hopefully next week that will be up. But today instead I thought I would update you on some of my baddies because I haven't shown them in a while. This is of course Mr. Sparkles and his tank. That floating at the top is the big Aquarium Lily that I used to have down here. It started rotting and I think I buried it too deep. So I'm just letting it float around, and it is starting to get some new growth on it. So I'm gonna wait until it starts developing some good roots and then try to anchor only those in the substrate. I recently got this little moss bridge from Aquarium Co-op. I think it is adorable. The fish don't seem to care, but that's fine. Here is Jeremy and his tank. He just wants to hide in the corner. So a couple of months ago, he started tail biting. When I got him, he had a lot of fin damage, and I couldn't really tell what tail type he was going to be. I wanted to stay away from rose tails because their fins get so heavy that, you know, it makes them want to free up some of that weight so they can swim around. And as his fins healed, he doesn't really want to be on camera, does he? He became a rose tail. And, you know, it was fine for several months. And one day I just woke up and his tail was almost like just a nub. Ooh, vicious fishy. So what I've been doing to try to get him to stop that, and you can see a lot of this is new growth. Every week I rearrange his tank as much as possible, everything but the rooted plants. So like this will go over here and this will go over here, and I'll swap this out for a different decoration and move the cave around. And got him a Bettas, and I have been feeding him fruit flies so he has something to hunt and do to keep his mind off of tail biting, and it's really working well for the most part. So yeah, I just have to keep him busy. And this is Vesper. He's still doing really well. I added these dark blue-purple silk plants to his tank because I like the pop of color, and I think they complement his colors really well. Plus they kind of help hide the filter and the heater. He's still eating out of his cup that I trained him to do. And see, I've actually seen him resting on the nerite snail before, like it's the Betta hammock, which is a totally different temperament from Jeremy, who flares at his snail and threatens it. So Vesper's a little bit sweeter, but yeah, I think he's just beautiful. I don't think I have ever shown the bird. This is Hobbit. He is around 20 to 30 years old at this point. We're not sure because he was adopted. He hates me, which is why he is biting at the bars, but he's my husband's bird. You want to say hello? 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 You're not going to do it? Okay. He's a Quaker parrot, and Quakers build stick nests. So we give him these little strips of cardboard and pieces of boxes from recycling, and he weaves them into the side of his cage. Yeah, I can't handle him, but Greg can handle him. I tried for years to get him to like me, and he does not. He does not. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Yep. Angry bird. And this is little Fred. Fred is not doing so hot. If you can tell by the way he is laying, he has developed a swim bladder issue. He has no stomach bloating, and he is not constipated. All that you can really see from the outside is that the area where his swim bladder is quite distended. And he has a hard time diving. So he still has an appetite, which is really great. And I've been feeding him bloodworms, thawed frozen ones. He's still really going after those. But I've started the second round of erythromycin on him, which is what my LFS suggested when we called and asked about like the best medication for this. They also suggested as like a last ditch effort, like a copper-based medication. But that is pretty risky. So I'm going to finish up his erythromycin, and if I don't see improvement, I'm going to try Canaplex, which is a gram-negative medication, and see if that does anything as opposed to the erythromycin, which is a gram-positive medication. So, our little Fred. This is Little B. I've had him for a couple of months. He also seems to have a really sweet temperament like Vesper. I don't have anything else in here with him, not even a snail. He's in a 10-gallon. I've got a hygrophila that I have already had to prune and replant the taller part. I've got some giant baby tears. And then these like sunken Greek ruin decorations, which I spent, I think, a total of an hour and a half sanding and filing down so they wouldn't have any sharp edges on them. But yeah, he's really cool and really smart. He's sort of a blue and yellow. The camera's not really picking it up. Just like Jeremy looked black, even though he's like dark blue. There's some blue. But yep, that's a Little B. For an update on the neon tetras, I do still have the 5 in the hospital tank. They are not improving, and it is most likely neon tetra disease. And the 7 that are in here, I have noticed that one more of them has developed a little lump on its lip. So I'm gonna have to get it out of here and add it to the hospital tank. It's kind of weird because it's like the fish in here have been exposed to it, even though the neons are the only ones showing symptoms. and they're still acting really normal. So I don't know if I should just leave them and let them live out their lives, or if I should keep moving them to the hospital tank. As the fish in here still are acting pretty normal, but if you see that one has this weird patch on the other side of it. It was just showing it. It's like in the middle of its body. And that is also what I've been reading is a symptom of that. And they still have their lip lumps. But they're still schooling together. They're still eating. Yeah, I would really wrestle with, like, putting them down if they're still acting normal. So yeah, I'm not sure what to do with them. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully next week I will have part 5 of building a fish room up. So please like and subscribe if you liked this. Thank you.